ATX discussion leaders, I want to provide you with a quick tutorial of how to best utilize Zoom for your What's After ATX discussion groups. The first thing that you're going to want to be able to do is go to your web browser. And once you open that up, you're going to go to zoom.us. And the first thing that you really need to do is sign up for a free account if you don't have one already. So don't worry, it's free, but go ahead and click that button and you can then follow the prompts in order to create that free account. Once that account is created, the second step you're going to want to do is go ahead and download Zoom. And what that is downloading the Zoom application. And so you're going to go to the download center, click on that, and you should see this Zoom client for meetings, and you're going to go ahead and click download. And what that's going to do is actually download the application onto your computer. Once it's finally downloaded, you're going to be able to click right here and click on the download. And what you're going to then do is follow the prompts to make sure that the application has been completely downloaded onto your computer. Once it's finished downloading, you should see a little blue icon that looks just like this. Once it's downloaded, you can click on that and it's going to take you to your home page through the application on your computer. Now, you're ready to use Zoom. And one of the first things that you're going to want to do with Zoom is make sure you schedule your meeting. And so what we're going to do is hit schedule, and you can go ahead and create the title or topic for your meeting, pick the date and time, make sure the settings are right, so your host video is on, participants video is on, the right audio is connected, and then when you hit schedule, it's going to provide a link for you to be able to email to all the people that are a part of your group. And so you can then do that, and they'll be able to access your meeting by clicking on the link that you send them. So let's actually try this and practice it right now by doing a brand new meeting. And so we want to invite some people to join us. So I'm going to join with my computer audio. And now we want to be able to invite some participants. So I'm going to click on participants and I'm going to do invite. And I'm going to go down and copy this exact meeting's URL. So now that it's been copied, I'm going to go down to my email and let's invite a couple of people. Let's go ahead and invite Rachel. Let me X out of this and let me invite Chuck. And I'm going to put in the subject of What's After ATX Zoom. And I'm going to go ahead and paste that link into the email that I'm sending to them. So now that that email is sent, I'm going to be looking for them to click on that email. And as people click on it, it's going to come up here into the participants, and we're going to be able to wait for them to be able to join. Now, you want to be careful not to get going too fast, because maybe some people have joined and you're in a conversation with them and you think everyone's there and maybe you forgot someone. So you're going to want to make sure that that participants is open. So now Chuck, I see that he's waiting right here. Now, he won't be allowed into the group until I admit him actually into the group. So that's what we're waiting on now. The next person that we're waiting on is Rachel. And so we want to make sure everyone's ready in the group. So I'm going to go ahead and admit Chuck. Chuck's going to be joining in, and it'll just take a second for him to be able to get in. So there's Chuck. Now the view that I'm in right now, there he is the speaker view. I think sometimes it's easier to go ahead and hit the gallery view, because then you're able to see everyone that's actually in the group. Now, one of the things that's helpful right now is Chuck has his muted so that we can't hear everything. Now, Rachel has just joined, and I'm going to go ahead and admit her. And hopefully we're going to be able to see her face here in just a moment as it's still joining. Now, remember, this may take a couple of moments until everyone is actually able to join your group. So now Rachel is joining, and she's a part of it. Everyone go ahead and wave to Rachel. There's Rachel. All right. Now that everyone's in our group, what I want to talk through is how we actually share our screen, because there are 3 different ways you can actually access the videos to be able to watch together and then participate in a conversation based off of the videos. And I'm going to show you the first way. And the first way is actually sharing your screen. So let's go ahead and walk through how to do that. There should be this little green button right down here that we're going to click on that says share screen. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and this is what's going to pop up where I see desktop. That's what you're going to want to look for. Now, the first time that you click on it, it's going to have to allow you to enable the share screen in your preferences, system preferences. So you're going to have to follow that prompt and then enable it. Now, because I've already enabled it, here it is, and I'm going to click on it. and click share. And that's going to share my current screen. And so I'm going to open up again. Here is my website that I was on. And what I'm going to want to do is go over to our church's website because that's where our videos are hosted. And what I'm going to want to do is be able to look at the more category and go down to what's after ATX. Now, everyone is going to be able to see this screen that you're looking at, so make sure that your browser is prepared and ready to go. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to lead a discussion group. And within what's lead a discussion group are our videos for the session. So let's go ahead and look at session number 1. And so everyone's going to be able to see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click play, but I want to make sure that my screen goes to full screen so that everyone can see this. And you're going to see your group off to the side over here while you're watching the video. Now, you want to make sure you're in that full screen so that everyone can see it clearly. Once the video is done, you're going to exit out of that full screen, and then you can participate in the conversation, ask the questions, and go through that part of it. Now, in order to stop sharing your screen, you're going to want to make sure you do that. And right up here at this red spot, you're going to hit stop share, and then it's going to stop sharing, and you're going to be back into the conversation. So that's the first way to do it, is through sharing your screen and having that conversation. Now I'm going to share the next two, but first we need to say goodbye to Chuck and Rachel. So goodbye, Chuck and Rachel, and I'm going to go and end that meeting with them. So that meeting is now over, and I'm going to X out of this screen because I'm just talking to you. Now, the second way that you can do this, that may be just a different way of thinking about it, is you can enter into your Zoom call, and then when it's time to watch the video, you actually pause your Zoom call, have people hop off the Zoom call and go and watch the videos separately in your homes. You watch the video, and then you come back onto the Zoom call and then have a conversation. So that's option number 2. Option number 3 is you could have everyone watch the video beforehand. So send them the link to the video, watch it before you gather in the Zoom meeting, and then you all come together having everyone watched it and then have the conversation. I would say if you're able to figure out the share button like I showed you, I think that may be the best way, because then you're all watching it at the same time, and I think that could be really helpful. But remember, you have those 3 options in order to do this virtually, so pick the one that you think fits best for the group that you have. And the last thing I would just say is, as you utilize Zoom, if you're not familiar with it, practice it a couple times. Invite some friends or even family members to do a trial run so that you can get used to leading a meeting, group discussion, how to share your screen, so that when you're going into your first meeting, it's not the very first time that you're doing it. So hope this was helpful for you. If you have questions, please feel free to email me at mcanada@hcbcpf.com, and I'd love to be able to help you with this. But I hope that you'll be able to use this function and have wonderful conversations, helping lead people to a life-changing reality in Jesus Christ. Have a great day.